with the Middletown Historical Society. Today, to keep the blues at bay, we're going to be making cream of celery soup, a recipe that was donated by Mrs. Rose Shannon in our Reliable Recipes from the New Century Club. The cookbook was created in 1919. I'm going to send you over to our cook. Have a great time!
Okay, so for the cream of celery soup, our instructions read 3 stalks of celery, cut fine, 1 quart milk, 1 tablespoon butter, 2 tablespoons flour, 1 pint water, 1 small onion chopped. So what we're going to start with is cook celery tender, boil milk in double boiler, add it to celery, onion, and water. Stir into this butter and flour, rub together until it thickens. Add salt and pepper, serve at once. So, how we're gonna work this is we're gonna go ahead and chop up our celery and our onion together, and then we're going to fry them up on our fryer. And so we'll just cook them up because it gives it a little bit more flavor, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and start with that. Take our 3 stalks of celery here. Now this is organic celery I'm using, which might explain the coloring a little bit here. But I'm gonna go ahead and just use that. And I usually like to cut off the ends just because I'm a little weird like that. And then okay, so we've cut up our celery a little bit. So now we're gonna go ahead and add our onion in and just cut this all up as nicely as we possibly can. And of course we're gonna be doing a little crying with this, so I apologize if I get a little teary-eyed. It's just been a rough couple of days, guys. I mean, you know, being quarantined is not fun. Let me tell you something. Okay, so the next step we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and rub the butter and flour together. So I've already put our 1 tablespoon of butter in, and I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 tablespoons flour, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put them together. And then we're just gonna go ahead and put them. Okay, so next, we're gonna add our milk to our pot, and it calls for 1 quart of milk. So that equals 4 cups of milk, in case you didn't just have a whole, quart just laying down around the house, you know. So we're just gonna go ahead and measure it out. Okay. Okay, so the next step is we're going to saute the vegetables. All right, so we have our rubbed butter and flour together. So we're just gonna go ahead and add that to our concoction here. And we're just gonna mix that together now. And as we mix that in, we're also gonna add in the salt and pepper as well. So again, I'm just gonna use a dash of salt in that, and then I'm gonna use quite a bit more pepper because again, I like a little flavor in my life. So we're just gonna go ahead and mix that together, and you're gonna let the flour and butter just meld into this, and it'll all thicken up as it cools down a little bit. When it cools down, but you really wanna make sure there's no clumps of butter or flour involved. So you just go ahead and mix it up, and you'll have some nice cream of celery soup.